What is going on, players? And welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with Sporting Cristal in Peru on Football Manager 2020 with me, Foggy Place. Today we're taking on Vélez, and things could be better. League-wise, it's not been terrible. We have a bit of a situation at the moment, which not ideal. Since you were here last in the opening game of the season, we've gone on to beat Cantolio 5-1. Rendon with a brace, Alsmore with the brace, and James Gomez scored a cheeky little goal for himself as well. Then against Juan Aurich, it ended 0-0. We had 2 injuries and a missed penalty. Well, 3 injuries, but 2 red injuries and a missed penalty, which was very annoying. Rendon missed fairly late on. Then against, who was this? Universidad Cajamarca. Yeah, Cajamarca. 2-0. Rojas and Ruiz with the goals. Then we played Universidad Cesar Vallejo. We lost 1-0. They were quite solid defensively, and we really weren't that good against them. Then against Sportivo, or it's Sportivo, isn't it? No, Sport Rosario, beat them 4-2. They were bottom of the league at the time, so I kind of expected it. Rotated a small bit, and we won 4-2. It was a fairly comfortable game. So, Christian Rojas scored 1 and a hat-trick for the... Oh, excuse me, I got hiccups. A hat-trick for our attacking midfielder, James Gomez. So he's been off to an absolute blinder of a start. We do have an issue, as I said. We'll have a quick look at the transfers. We have a potential another deep lying playmaker coming in, or just a midfielder in general, on loan. We did try and get Luis Espinoza. So the Director of Football really wants us to have midfielders. Does not care about defensive positions. We need a left back. We need centre backs. We don't. Yeah. Okay. We've sold some players. So we have brought in Velasquez from Juan Aurich. His debut was against Juan Aurich, and he's been playing at centre back, and he is quite good. So he comes in as joint best centre back. There's 3 of them that are fairly similar level wise, which is quite nice. But we have sold, unfortunately, quite annoyingly, we have sold our left back. Hoacha is gone. So we sold Luis Mendieta, who was our backup left back, who I was trying to get rid of anyway. I put him on the transfer list because we didn't really need 2 expensive left backs. And not long after, we sold Hoacha, our starting left back. He was our only good left back, and he went to Al Allen for 575,000, which is, obviously not ideal. But what can you do, I suppose? We don't have a left back. We also have an issue in terms of squad, because we have 7 players on international duty. So our starting goalkeeper, our backup right back / one of our backup centre backs is on international duty. One of the main centre backs wasn't registered, and I don't know why. We have room in the squad, so I don't know why he didn't get registered. One of our starting centre backs is away in international duty, along with another one of our centre backs. Velasquez wasn't able to be registered because he came into the squad too late. One of our left wingers is away on international duty as well, and Alsmore has been meh of late. And one of our strikers / other left wingers, he's on international duty. So 7 players away on international duty, 2 players that are unregistered, which means we have a very, very makeshift team today, along with the fact we are 3 players short of a bench. So Neira is going to start the game. Ruiz continues at right back. Bustamante is going to be our new left back for the time being. As you can see, not the best, but he's what we have. So he's going to play at left back. Found him in the reserves, so happy days. Then we have 2 right backs playing at centre back, which is just going to be fantastic. A 5'9" Dominic Cordoba, who's a decent centre-back anyway. And then Sandy, he's not. He's an okay right-back. He's not a centre-back. Media describing him as a centre-back is just wrong. It's just incorrect information. There was a centre-back I was looking at. It was 5 something. Oh, it was Valencia. Then in central midfield we have Shilase and Christian Rojas, who has been in. He's the one that's been scoring all the goals. Yeah, he scored that one goal. All the goals. Munoz, Gomez, and Alzamora as our attacking trio behind Andreas Rojas, because Flatus is actually can play. We'll pop him in. And he's a potter. Hector, coming back from his injury, can play 45 minutes. We have 2 injured players on the bench. I think you're not supposed to play. I'm just gonna remember not to play you. Morin could come on and play. We have to wait and see. Munoz actually not been too bad in that last game. So as you can tell, I'm not looking forward to this game. We have a majority of the bench that is there. A lot of them are from the reserves and the under 19s or under 18s or whatever it is. So we've kind of thrown together a team in the hopes that we can do something. They have Thiago Almada, who has come back from Manchester United. He went away, joined United, and then came back. And they paid like 7 million for him. 7.5 million. For a 33-year-old. So when you look at that, you're like, oh, maybe we could do something. I don't think we are. I think we're going to get beaten. I think we're going to get absolutely destroyed. Expect a good result. No? I think our left back is actually making his debut today. So, I don't think he's ever actually played. Oh, yes, he's played 5 games. Okay, that's fine. So he has played before for us. He literally just got called up yesterday. I think I brought him into the team because with all the players that who've gone off on international duty. Oh, straight red. Did not expect to see that. Galese steps up to take it and he hits the crossbar. And then Munoz decides to just let the ball roll out. No need to be, attempting to do anything with that. They've had a centre-back sent off, so now they're down to 1 striker. Yeah, go on. Try and get forward. Alright, so they're down to 10 men. We've had a very good shot that hasn't come off. I'm still weary of this Vélez side, because they are still a very, very potent Argentinian team that I would imagine will still cause us quite the trouble. So far we've been kind of let off the hook. I don't like that some of my players are picked up a knock. Potential foot injury. Huh. It's almost like the director of football knew. Like he knew that one of our players was going to pick up an injury. Why are you complacent? It is 0-0. They're down to 10 men and you're being complacent. I am far from pleased with what I've seen. Who's playing a 6.4? Rojas? I am not happy. Oh, he's stressed. Oh. I am not happy with the 2v. Telling some players, no pressure. All the pressure. We need to win this game. If we don't win this game, then that gives Vélez a good opportunity in the next leg at home. And I don't want... Jesus, lads. What kind of defending was that? Misjudged the flight of the ball. Oh, Cordova. And then... No, not Nera. Ruiz. I'm going to demand more. Sandy? Flatus? No. And now their striker is going to go 4-on-1 and probably score. No, he's gone back to Jo. Campo Alzamora steals it. Penalty. Send him off. Ref, send him off. Oh, she's moonwalking. She gets yellow card. Alright, who's number 10? Liz? Yeah. Alright, it's 1-1. not ideal that they've gone and scored an away goal, obviously. One interesting thing is, because some of the games were delayed, for some reason ours was just scheduled to be really far away from everyone else's. Every single day it says the second round draw is going to happen, and obviously it can't because they don't know or they're just not able to draw because there's so many teams that aren't after playing at the time. James with the goal. James Goals Gomez. What they call him. Google it. What they call him. In the future, that's what they call him. Absolute bullet of a shot. We are 2-1 up. I'm gonna praise them. See if I can't get rid of the complacency. Rojas overwhelmed. All right. Okay. Here's the plan. Okay. Aldemore's not having a great game, so we move Fletus out there. We're gonna bring on Hector. Cordova's not having a great game. Don't have any other centre backs on the bench. Hence why we're playing 2 right backs at centre back. I think we leave it for now. I really want to get Rojas off. But the only option we have is Polo, who's not really fit to play, or Celis, who I don't even know what you do because you're in the reserves. What do you do? You don't really do anything. The reason you're on the bench is because you were fit. They've moved their striker to the left and then moved him back. Go on, Yunus. Go on. No? Ruiz? What's he going to do with it? Heads down? Come on, Diaz. Could you move any slower? Rojas? Easily dispossessed, but James says no. Diaz gets it across, but poor header away. Muniz, what's he going to do with it? Dinks it across. Flavio Diaz gets himself a cheeky little goal. We are 3-1 up now. We have previous against Argentinian teams for bottling it in the second leg. So I'm not going to say that this is an easy win because it's more than likely not. We did, if you may remember, with Cerro Prento, we went and beat San Lorenzo 3-0 in the first leg and then lost in the second leg 3-0 and then lost on penalties, which, less than ideal. I'm going to bring Lorena on. He is a striker. I might actually. Hector, you're going to make you an inside forward. Lorena wants. No, you're not an inside. I thought you were a striker. You are. What? Okay. Be a false 9. No. Advance forward. I don't want a false 9 with an attacking midfielder behind him. Maybe if it was a shadow striker, asymmetric them and let them kind of run around each other. But I'm not going to do that. Ruiz, Hector, Diaz, Ruiz. Can't find whomst he was looking for. And somehow they've managed to get the ball through to their striker. Yeah, the striker. Who picks it up again. Thiago Almada is controlling their midfield every time they have the ball. Was that Ruiz? Oh, it was Hector. Hector just, I think a gust of wind hit him and he fell over because he is quite a light lad. Ruiz picks the ball up. 30 seconds left. Just going to hold on to it, lads. Sandy. Sandy. Very Sandy. They get yet another booking. So we've won this game 3-1. I was kind of hoping that that would go in and I'd be like, oh, we've actually won 4-1. But 3-1 win. It's not terrible. They did have an early sending off. I'm going to say helped a lot. Because, lack of central defence was not ideal. I don't care, Cordova. I don't care that you seem down and pressured. You're the reason we conceded. So, Axel, took you off to avoid further injury. That way then he doesn't start complaining and bitching and moaning because he's one of our best players. So hopefully it's not a long-term injury. Then again, we do have an international break now before our next game. So I'm going to go off to South America and then travel to the Far East with New Zealand, which, wish me luck, should be a good one. Hopefully it'll be a good one anyway. We're playing against Ecuador. They're not like, oh, broken ankle. I think the director of football did know. I think the director of football knew. I think he knew. The director of football was like, yeah, tell me about this. Don't tell me about him. Sign him. He's a consistent performer. Not as good, but he can play in two positions. Also delightful. The director of football loves a player that can either play in one position and that's it, or someone who can play in 700 different positions adequately, but isn't really that good at anything. And that is fantastic. Alright, so the next part of this episode will be Allianz Lima, but it is 10 days away. I have 2 New Zealand games to play in the meantime, so we will be back for that. Right, fellas. The plan was to come back to play Allianz Lima and come back on the day. I've just had a look at the length of the last recording and it's a smidge long, so I think we'll pass on playing Allianz Lima, but we're going to look at the transfers that have happened, because if it wasn't for the fact that there were so many transfers, we would play the Lima game. But it's been hectic. So I've been away in Ecuador and the United Arab Emirates, and my director of football has been busy, to say the least. So on the players that have left, we've only lost Victor Sandy, who I would prefer if he'd stayed. He's gone to a team that are expected to finish ahead of us, so I can kind of understand why. 57k, that is depressing. 73k is his value now. He's fine, but obviously he wanted to leave. Can't really blame him, to be honest. He was a decent option at centre back. Never going to get into the team without some sort of injury to a lot of people. So he is gone, but we have managed to bring in Claudio Gutierrez, who is a centre back. Came in from Chiano, who are in our division. Okay, never even heard of them, but they're in our division. It says he's our best centre back, but he's 8 composure, 8 heading, 10 tackling, and he's 20, and he's 5-star potential. Really? I don't. He's got 18 teamwork. I don't see it. I don't see the 5-star potential in this. We paid 325k for him. I had no idea. Oh, we spent a lot of money on players, and I haven't really gone looking too deep at them. We also brought in Brian Cornoado. We're going to go with it. A playmaker who, compared to the playmakers we already had, or the midfielders, I suppose, in general that we had, not that good. 13 passing, 13 visions, kind of decent. 14 first touch. He's an okay all-rounder. He's going to get chances at some point, I would imagine. Coming from Portugal, he's not really played a whole lot of football in Portugal, though. In fact, he's only played 6 games since he left 4 years ago. Most of the games he's played have been back in Peru while he was away from Braga on loan. This guy, I feel like that's a waste of money. But, so, okay. That's fine, I guess. Come on. Next then was Carlos Garcia from Comerciantes, who are a 2nd division Peruvian side. So no wonder I'd never heard of them. To be fair, Peru football. Don't think too many Europeans would be overly familiar with Peru. We paid potentially paid 88k for this. Oh, this is the right winger. He's not very good. He wants to be a playmaker. 7 passing, 8 vision. No, not going to happen. According to this, he's our second best winger. No. He's either footed. I can't see this guy getting any football. 110k is his value. Might turn a profit on him at some point. I wonder what the director of football be up to, because we needed a left back. We really, really needed a left back. And I'm sitting here looking at it going, why are you signing a winger who is never going to get into a team? The director of football did go. I went and I scouted Cerro Parento to see how much better Cerro Parento was than we were. And the director of football went off and went, oh, you're looking at this team. Why do we bring in one of their players? We brought Miguel Castillo, has joined us again. He must absolutely love us. He spent a season in Paraguay. A season and a bit. Played a couple of games for Cerro Parento this year. Paid 25k more than what Allianz Lima got for him. But that season, he was fantastic. I think maybe it's because he loves me. Maybe. But this guy, I am glad to have him back. After the worldies he scored last season for us, his first game for us will be his 100th league game of his career. I am so happy. I cannot wait to get this guy back into a first team. And he's under 22. So that means he's going to count towards those 1250 minutes or whatever it is, 1250 minutes. Or is it 80? No, it's 1250. Isn't it? He's going to be adding to the time that needs to be played. And Jose Zapata from One Orich. Oh, he's in another one. 115k. This guy's a right back with 4.5 star potential. I had no idea this guy signed. And then someone in the media said, oh, what do you think of Jose Zapata joining the team? And I was like, who? So I went and had a look, and he's actually acceptable for this level. Comes in as our 5th choice right back, which, who doesn't love a 5th choice right back? He was out on loan last year in a non-playable league and did terribly. So he got number 6, which is what Sandy had. But the Sandy deal just went through so quickly. It popped up at the start of deadline day, and then I was like, oh, I wonder has Sandy left? And then I went and looked here to see had anyone else been sold that I hadn't noticed, and Victor Sandy was gone. I was like, what? But you can see, we were busy. We had 5 players come in on transfer deadline day, 1 left. So yeah, spent 500,000 more than we 600,000 more has left the club than has come in. So 500,000 left in the budget still, which is not terrible. 7k left in wage budget. We have not okay, well, the overall balance has plummeted. We've lost 2 million. Where have we lost 2 million? We've lost 2 million, but not this month. I suppose it's only the 4th of April. Projection wise, not that bad. We're expected to kind of stay where we are for the next 2 years, that's fine by me. I will accept that. This is the team I was going to be putting out against Allianz Lima. As you can see, Coronado going to sit this one out. Garcia probably not going to play many games because, as I said, not very good. But we do have the full selection of players, bar Felitas, who's picked up another injury somehow, and Galase, who broke his ankle, wasn't it? Yeah, broke his ankle. And Alvarado is suspended. So Gutierrez and Cordova starting at centre back. Bustamante, he's become our first choice left back. So congratulations. Hope you enjoy playing as our number 1 left back. Don't fuck up, you unambitious, brave, high work rate man. That is all. Thank you. He didn't play a single game last year. Fantastic. Our starting left back hasn't played a game of football in 2 years. You gotta love the director of football. It's nonsensical. We didn't need a right winger. We didn't need 1,200 central midfielders. But That's what we got. Like we needed a left back. We really needed a left back. Anyway, the next episode will be the second leg against Vélez and Cienciano. We signed one of their players. I don't remember which one. Now I went to history. Who did we sign off them? I know I remember saying that name. Cienciano. Hello, FM. Gutierrez. Fair enough. Also, I realised Sporting Cristal is, if you're watching my Herta save, we signed a player from Sporting Cristal called Alejandro Pieo. And he is a striker, and he is good. He's acceptable. Not the worst player in the world. Not a worst striker. He hasn't scored in 15 games. But if you're not watching it, you should definitely go watch it. It's a fun time. Oh, we have fun over there. So that'll be the next episode. It'll be Vélez and Cienciano. So if you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I apologize for not having 2 games in this episode, but the transfer window was far busier than I expected. So what are you going to do? And I think the Vélez game, more interesting, more important in the grand scheme of things. So thank you very much for watching, fellas. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. And I'll see you in the next one.